Hi, hello. So I'm Tips and Tricks guy, and welcome to Crab Game. So I am going to go over some of my settings because I've had some people ask for it. I'm going to be going back to front, just like how I wipe, and I'm also going to be going over why these are my settings. All right, because I switched them up for some game modes, and that's just how it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So master volume, music volume, I like to keep it 0. I listen to my own music sometimes. That way I can play for longer sessions. I just don't like a lot of game music. All right, I'll listen to the game's OST while I'm playing sometimes, but I just don't want to listen to it's preference. All right, master volume, I have it at 1 because my computer's volume is up really high and my headphones volume, so 1 just kind of works for me. Again, that's just preference. Microphone, I recommend not using voice chat at all. But if you're trying to have fun, make sure your microphone's button's something that you can like press while you're like playing. So that would be middle mouse button, a button on your mouse, maybe like control. That way you can just like press down your hand while you can still have full WASD going, something like that. Again, like I said, I deafen my voice chat. You'll want to have hold to use. If you have voice activation on and your dog barks while you're hiding and lights out, people are gonna know where you are. So I don't recommend that. For video, I just have the resolution on my monitor, whatever it is. Full screen window, that way I can tab out and stuff, as you can see. It's just, I don't like having my game, like, freak out. Max FPS. Okay, VSync, turn that on always, and max FPS, set it to whatever the hertz is on your monitor. Or 60, if you're having lag issues. Alright, so here's how to check how many hertz you have on your monitor. Your Windows key, you go to display, everything looks so much better. You'll go to display. Ease of access display settings, it doesn't really matter. And then you go to, on the right, additional display settings, scroll down, advanced display settings, and then you can change it. Now graphics, I have everything on low. This is just preference, this is just for your computer, mostly. Make sure that you have motion blur off. Alright, I keep my bloom at fancy. I don't know, I just think that having the most accurate bloom would be the best. And have soft particles off, because you'll wanna, particles are useful in this game because of the lag. You can actually kind of tell what's happening with particles. Ambient occlusion, I have no idea what that does, but yeah, the rest, it's just preference. It's up to you. Controls, C is probably not the best crouch bind. I'm just used to it. Make sure that everything you have, you're just used to. All right, good muscle memory, whatever. Inventory, that is your scoreboard. All right, I don't know why it's called inventory, but you know, some people were wondering about that. Anyways, camera shake off. You want everything to be as clear as possible. Having camera shake off still makes it so when you look down and you sprint, you spin. I don't know why, but it does. So yeah, FOV, I keep that up all the way because if you see on some maps, I mean, just at least when I'm memeing, I can look down and see how I can see behind myself. Even when I'm like this, you can see behind you when there's a person right there. So I like to have my FOV up all the way so I can just see better. Like, I can see, like, all around me when I do this. The FOV is insane. Like, the button's over there and I'm looking at it. That's wacky. But, yeah, for the block, the falling block game, I know a lot of people complain about that. What I would do is I would look at the shadows and just play off of that. But also, setting your FOV to 80 makes it so much easier, I found, because I can actually tell what's happening. I hate my FOV on 80. I'm probably going to keep it at 120, that way I don't need to open up my settings all the time. But going into setting your FOV to 80 will make it easier to like see when it's above you and like how far away it is and stuff like that. To add on to the FOV, having your FOV higher makes lights out easier. I don't know why, I thought lower would make it easier. But higher, you can see better, so make sure you have your FOV on high. It's just better for most games, except the block falling. Inverted, this is just preference, alright? I don't think most of us play with inverted controls. Maybe I'll play with it sometime. I think that'd just be funny. But yeah, streamer mode. I would turn streamer mode off, always, even if you're streaming. Because all it does is make people numbers, and people can't even see what number they are. So when you refer to someone as the number, they'll have no idea what it is. And people that have bad Steam names, I'm pretty sure it gets censored out to muck anyways. So, I don't think there's any issues there. Enable chat messages. I always keep this on. And there's no clutter ever. If you're host and people are joining and leaving a lot and you find that annoying, I guess you can take it off. But, again, I don't really think it matters. It's just in the bottom, like, That's so big. If you get distracted by that, that's how, you should turn it off. All your equipment, all your settings, it's all preference, alright? My preference is this, because I find a lot of it's optimal. If you can only play with 60 FOV, then play with 60 FOV, alright? Sometimes it's better to go and get used to something that's better. But if that's what you're comfortable with, you're just trying to have fun, you're trying to do a little better, keep it at 60, alright? There's no real difference. Unless you're playing lights out, I'd set it to 120. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.
Man, I think this shit is pissing me off, and I don't know now, but I'll know in a month, cause I'm gonna make it either way. I'm saying I'ma get it either way. I ain't playing like a game. I ain't playing like Nintendo. I've been chilling with my own friends, yeah, my